YouTube and welcome to another requested GV anime review. This week we dive deep into the sea with a review of Nagi no Asukara, or A Lull in the Sea. This anime stood on my to watch list for quite a while, so I was happy when it was requested in one of my videos. I heard a lot of good things about Nagi no Asukara, so I hoped that it wouldn't drown in my expectations. But luckily, it stayed afloat. The story of Nagi no Asukara takes place in a world where humanity is divided into two. We have the people who live in the ocean where all of humanity started, and then the other half who left the ocean and went to live on land. And the least you can say is that these two races don't really get along. So when our main character Sakashima Hikari needs to transfer from an ocean school to a surface school, it isn't with great happiness. But soon Hikari and his friends Chisaki, Manaka and Kaname make friends on land, and they'll need help because things are changing. The world is changing. A big positive point of this anime that I want to mention right away was the music. The music in Nagi no Asukara is simply astounding. It is so incredibly beautiful. And I mean all the music. Both opening songs, where the second one, Ebb and Flow, is an absolute diamond. The ending songs are also breathtaking, which isn't a wonder since they are both performed by Yanagi Nagi together with Liza, one of my favorite Japanese artists. All those songs fitted the anime so perfect. You could feel the bit heavy mood that's also present in the anime. And in the OST, you could actually hear the sea theme, the flowing of the waves. So also here the link with the main setup was perfect. I haven't even gone through all the OST yet, but I already love it. And then, because I loved the music so much, I want to give two shoutouts to two channels who made incredible covers of the music of Nagi no Asukara. The first one is Dima Lancaster, who made a truly beautiful English cover of the opening and ending songs. And Animens, who made a breathtaking piano medley. I will put links to both their channels in the description box. Then let's get to the animation. When it comes to pure animation, PA Works is still one of my favorite studios out there. They deliver beautiful animes every time. I really love their style of animation. And they outdid themselves here in Nagi no Asukara. The world that they created, and especially Shioshisho, was beautiful. Every anime from PA Works that I've already watched pleased me with its animation. We have Angel Beats, winner of my Animation Award 2014, Charlotte, winner in 2015, True Tears, Haruchika. In all of them, the animation was just completely my style. Then I think it's time to talk about the story, and my god, did the story not disappoint. And there are two things in particular that I want to address in this review, mostly concerning with the romance in Nagi no Asukara. First of all, not going to tell when or why it happens, but the time skip that happens was so brilliantly done. The fact that certain characters age and others don't twisted the entire romantic foundation of this anime upside down. Just when you thought that the romantic plotlines were fixed and decided upon, the anime pulled this brilliant move. Some relationships that seemed obvious suddenly were a lot less probable, and others that were impossible suddenly became possible. And that was also portrayed in the ending of the anime. Without going into details because of obvious spoiler reasons, some of the romantic plot lines in this anime didn't end the way I thought they were going to end. But that is most of the time a good thing, because I like it when anime surprise me like that. And the second thing about the romance is the perfect romance balance in Nagi no Asukara. Some romance animes focus on one relationship only, like for instance Ore Monogatari. Others try to implement several different romances into their storyline, but sometimes fail at balancing them. Some of these romances would then get to less development or are rushed to complete them by the end of the anime. But you can see where I'm going with this. Nagi no Asukara didn't have this problem. This anime balanced its several romantic storylines perfectly. Each one gets the development it needs, has a good pace and a satisfying conclusion. And lastly, as the story, also the characters were greatly written. Manaka was uber cute, Hikari was a great main character, Tsumugu had an interesting personality, Miyuna made incredible progression throughout the story, and so on and so on. There was just so much more. Now for the negative points of this anime. But that's going to be kind of a problem, since there aren't a lot of bad things that I can say about Nagi no Asukara. If I look at it through a magnifying glass, then I can say that it wasn't fully explained why the sea started to change, why the salt flake snow started to fall. Why was it now? What was there different now that it triggered this change in conditions? That is something that is not completely explained. But for the rest, I can't give any more critique on this anime. Nagi no Asukara is the kind of anime for which I watch anime. This is my type of anime. Several good romances, drama intertwined, beautiful animation, beautiful music, coming of age and much more things. If you guys know any more animes like Nagi no Asukara, like Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso, don't hesitate to recommend them to me in the comments. But not all at once, so I can be surprised from time to time by another anime that fits my profile perfectly. So as a conclusion, as I just made pretty clear, I loved Nagi no Asukara. It is simply my favorite kind of anime, and that kind that I hope to discover from time to time. PA Works delivered yet again a great anime about coming of age, about getting to know yourself and your relationships with the people around you. They did it before with Charlotte, with Angel Beats, and now with Nagi no Asukara. So I am going to rate Nagi no Asukara at a well-deserved 4.5 out of 5 stars. The year is still young, but I can say that until now, this is the best anime that I have seen this year, and it is a definite recommendation to watch. An anime that gave me exactly the same feeling as Nagi no Asukara was another PA Works production, being True Tears. The romance in True Tears was of the same kind as the one in Nagi no Asukara, showcasing both the fun and the sad parts of romance. Also based on the romance and on the perfect balance between different romantic storylines, I recommend Anonatsu de Matsuru or Waiting in the Summer. A lot of different romance lines in this anime and a lot of interaction between the different romances, which made it a lot more interesting than your standard love triangle, just as the romance in Nagi no Asukara did. And with that I conclude my review of Nagi no Asukara. As usual, you can find the full list of all my animes and reviews over at Anime Planet. As usual, I will put a link in the description box down below. Now if you want me to review a particular anime from this list, please put it in the comments. Also, if you have a recommendation for me, put it in the comments as well. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, visit me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and subscribe to this channel for more reviews in the future. Then I will say arigatou gozaimasu and I will see you all in the next video.